Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode where we cover what is full stack development. In the previous episode, we highlighted the key concepts surrounding front end and back end development. We identified the difference, but in today's episode, we are going to dissect full stack development and understand the key concept surrounding full stack web development. What is full stack development? So, full stack refers to the ability to work on both the front end and the back end of a website or web application. So, as a full stack developer, you need to understand everything about web development from designing, the layout, the user interface, to handling and processing data using server side logic. Now, as a full stack web developer, you can build complete web solutions from what the user sees to how data is processed behind the scene. Highlighted the key features of full stack development in a table. This way, you can clearly see the duties of a full stack web developer. So, for the front end, as a full stack developer, you're going to be handling layout design, interactions using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And the back end, you're going to be handling server logic, which has to do with processing data from a user's input and storing this information or processing the information to deliver a response. And you use PHP, MySQL, Node.js for this. In some cases, you could actually use Python. And as a full stack web developer, you need to have the skills to integrate both the front end and the back end, ensuring that every feature of your website works smoothly, fetching data, displaying user data, making sure when they are being displayed are visually appealing and engaging to the users. Here's a simple example. So a user visits your website and you display a login form for the user to input their email address and password. Now, the output of this form is managed using front end technology stacks, right? The button, the input field are all being styled using HTML and CSS. And you can use JavaScript to animate certain objects within this form. So when a user inputs their information and they click on the sign in button, then your backend logic kicks in. And that's where you have PHP, MySQL, Node.js to retrieve this information that the user has inputted in the form and process that information, either storing the information or using that information to offer a response. So this simple diagram here highlights the process. When the user enters the information, clicks the submit button, your internet service provider kicks in, sends the request to the website server, which is location of the website, and then the user can get a response based on whatever process might have happened. So this is just a simple diagram to help you understand how the front end, which is what the user sees in order to enter their information, and the back end, which retrieves the information that the user has entered and processes it using server-side logic and programming language. Now, as a full stack developer, you can simply work independently, or you could work in a small team where you probably have your digital marketers, your sales team, and you handle all of the web applications and roles that helps your business thrive. As a full stack developer, your roles is actually suitable for startups or freelance project. You also have a clear fundamental understanding of how all parts of a website works and how they interact with each other from the front end to the back end. Being a full stack developer is essential. To round up, we've been able to identify the inner workings of full stack web development and how a programmer can simply apply both the front end skills and the back end skills. Full stack web development allows you to build complete web applications from scratch. For learners, I would advise you to start from one side because you can't really master both the front end and back end all at once at the same time. So I advise you to start with probably the front end, and then you can advance and transition to the back end. All right, guys. So at this point, we have been able to identify the key responsibilities of full stack web developer, the importance of being a full stack web developer, and how this allows you build web applications from scratch. In our next episode, I'm going to talk about the different types of websites because we have static websites and we have dynamic websites.